Sue-Ann. You're first.
They were a family, weren't they? The girls of Eastland School, navigating adolescence under the watchful, loving eye of Edna Garrett. For 8 glorious seasons, The Facts of Life charmed its way into our hearts, a comforting sitcom that spun tales of friendship, first loves, and the bittersweet journey of growing up. But behind the laughter, the heartwarming storylines, and the iconic hairstyles of the 80s lay a tapestry of lives as complex and compelling as any drama. This isn't just a nostalgic look back at a beloved show. It's a journey into the lives of the actors who brought those characters to life. A journey filled with triumphs, heartbreaks, and secrets that remained hidden behind the bright lights of Hollywood. The Facts of Life wasn't just a show. It was a cultural phenomenon. It tackled relevant issues, showcasing a diverse group of young women navigating the challenges of their era with grace and humor. The show's comforting familiarity resonated with audiences, making it a staple of 80s television. But the lives of those who played these beloved characters were far from the idyllic world depicted on screen. Today, we'll explore the fascinating, often heartbreaking, stories behind the smiles, uncovering the highs and lows of these talented individuals. Some faced the crushing weight of fame, others battled personal demons, and many tragically passed away far too soon. We'll delve into their personal struggles, their unexpected triumphs, and the enduring legacies they left behind. Where are they now? Some achieved lasting fame, others faded into the background, and some, sadly, are no longer with us. Their stories, woven together, offer a poignant reflection on the complexities of life, love, loss, and the enduring power of television's ability to shape our memories and our hearts. We'll uncover hidden details, explore unexpected twists, and reveal the raw emotions that shaped the lives of these remarkable actors. Prepare to be moved, surprised, and maybe even shocked by the realities behind the scenes of this beloved sitcom. So, grab a seat, settle in, and get ready to uncover the untold stories of the facts of life. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that will take you behind the scenes of your favorite shows. Let's begin. Charlotte Rae. The name itself evokes warmth, a comforting presence that perfectly embodied Edna Garrett, the beloved house mother of Eastland School. For many, Edna was the quintessential TV mom, a wise, patient, and endlessly supportive figure who guided a group of young women through the trials and tribulations of adolescence. Rae, at 53 when she joined the cast, brought a lifetime of experience and a natural grace to the role, instantly becoming the heart of the facts of life. Her portrayal earned her an Emmy nomination, cementing her status as a beloved television icon. But behind that warm smile and comforting demeanor lay a life filled with unexpected challenges. Her 25-year marriage to composer John Strauss ended in 1976, a devastating blow compounded by Strauss's coming out as bisexual. The emotional fallout was significant, leaving Rae heartbroken and forced to rebuild her life from the ground up. Adding to her burden, her son Andy was diagnosed with autism and epilepsy, creating immense financial and emotional strain. Rae, ever resilient, faced these hardships with quiet dignity, sometimes selling cherished possessions to cover her son's medical expenses. During this tumultuous period, she battled alcoholism, finding solace only in the support of Alcoholics Anonymous. The role of Edna Garrett brought a much-needed light into Rae's life, but it wasn't without its own pressures. The producers had a very specific image in mind for the ideal mother, dictating her wardrobe and even her appearance. This added another layer of difficulty to her already challenging circumstances. When she left the show in 1986, it wasn't a dramatic exit, but rather a gentle retirement for Edna, who joined the Peace Corps with her new husband. Even after The Facts of Life, Rae continued to work, embracing roles in theater and voice acting, but the shadow of Edna Garrett remained, often leading to typecasting. Yet, she harbored no bitterness, cherishing the memories of her time on the show, filling her Los Angeles home with scripts, fan letters, and photos, mementos of a role that profoundly changed her life. Charlotte Rae passed away on August 5, 2018, at the age of 92 after a battle with bone cancer, leaving behind a legacy of kindness, gentleness, and the quiet strength of a woman who truly lived life to the fullest. Nancy McKeon. The name conjures up images of a rebellious teen, clad in leather, astride a motorcycle. Joe Polniaksek, the unforgettable character who stormed onto our screens in The Facts of Life. Born on April 4, 1966, in Westbury, New York, Nancy's journey to Eastland School began at just 14 years old, a whirlwind entry into the world of television stardom. Her portrayal of Joe, the tough-talking, independent spirit, resonated with a generation, cementing her place as a teen icon of the 80s. Over the course of nearly 200 episodes, Joe evolved from a rebellious outsider to a loyal friend, her character arc mirroring the complexities of growing up. But Nancy's real-life journey was far from the smoothly paved road of her on-screen persona. A high-profile relationship with Michael J. Fox captured the imaginations of fans, a romance that unfolded against the backdrop of their burgeoning careers. Yet, like many youthful romances, it eventually faded, leaving a lasting impression on Nancy's heart. Later, marriage to film technician Mark Andress brought a different kind of challenge. The demands of his profession often kept him away, leaving Nancy to navigate the complexities of single motherhood, raising their two daughters largely on her own. The pressures of single parenting, coupled with the ebb and flow of an actor's career, brought periods of emotional turmoil. The unexpected loss of her brother, actor Philip McKeon, added another layer of grief, forcing Nancy to confront her own mortality and the ephemeral nature of fame. As acting opportunities dwindled, she faced financial difficulties, a stark contrast to the heights of her television success. Yet amidst the challenges, Nancy found a new path. She transitioned into acting coaching, finding fulfillment in nurturing the next generation of performers. In Austin, Texas, she opened a small acting school, surrounded by a thriving garden, a testament to her resilience and her quiet strength. Today, at 59, Nancy McKeon may no longer command the spotlight, but her legacy as Joe Polniaksek remains firmly etched in the hearts of countless fans. She's found peace in a simpler life, a life far removed from the whirlwind of fame, yet rich in the quiet joys of family, teaching, and the gentle rhythm of tending her plants. Her story is a reminder that true success isn't always measured in fame or fortune, but in the enduring strength of the human spirit. Cloris Leachman. The name itself evokes a certain presence, a force of nature on screen, a woman who commanded attention with a mere glance. Long before she stepped into the quirky shoes of Beverly and Stickle, Edna Garrett's eccentric sister on The Facts of Life, Cloris had already etched her name in a Hollywood history. Born on April 30th, 1926, she was an Oscar winner for The Last Picture Show, a multiple Emmy Award recipient for her dramatic roles, and a true chameleon, seamlessly transitioning between comedic and serious parts. Joining The Facts of Life in 1986, at the age of 60, Cloris brought a unique charm to the show. She wasn't replacing anyone. She was adding another layer of depth and humor to the already established dynamic. Her portrayal of Beverly and Edna's slightly off-kilter but ultimately endearing sister was a perfect blend of quirky and heartfelt. Audiences loved her unpredictable energy, her slightly eccentric mannerisms, and the underlying warmth that shone through her performance. For Cloris, though, The Facts of Life, while providing steady television work, wasn't necessarily a dream role. It sometimes pulled her away from the more nuanced characters she cherished on stage and screen. The roles that allowed her to explore the darker, more complex corners of the human experience. Her personal life was as multifaceted as her career. Her marriage to director George England was a tempestuous yet enduring affair, a roller coaster of romance and conflict that ultimately ended in divorce, but left behind a curious, lasting bond. But the greatest tragedy of Cloris' life occurred in 1986, the very year she joined the cast of The Facts of Life, the death of her son, Brian, from a drug overdose. The grief she carried was a quiet, persistent ache, a constant companion that she kept close to her heart, symbolized by a photograph of Brian that remained by her bedside for the rest of her life. Despite the personal heartache, Cloris never stopped working. From Young Frankenstein to The Mary Tyler Moore Show, her career spanned decades, showcasing her versatility and unwavering dedication to her craft. In her later years, she became known as the funny grandma to a new generation of viewers, but her heart, she often confessed, still longed for the stage, for the more challenging roles that allowed her to truly showcase her immense talent. "I could do so much more," she once said, "but people only see the surface." Cloris Leachman passed away on January 27, 2021, at the age of 94, leaving behind a legacy of extraordinary talent, quiet strength, and a profound sense of loss for those who knew her best. She left this world in her home in Encino, California, a place where, until the very end, she still danced to old jazz records each morning. Mackenzie Astin. The name might not immediately ring a bell for some, but his face, his gentle smile, is instantly recognizable to fans of The Facts of Life. He burst onto the scene as Andy Moffat, the quick-witted orphan who charmed his way into the hearts of the girls at Eastland. He wasn't a main character, but his presence, his youthful energy, brightened the later seasons of the show, a welcome addition to the already established dynamic. The son of Hollywood royalty, Patty Duke and John Astin, Mackenzie inherited both a talent for acting and the inherent pressure of living in the shadow of famous parents. His early success seemed to promise a bright future, a trajectory that mirrored the hopes and dreams of the characters he portrayed. But the path of life, as it often does, diverged sharply from the carefully crafted scripts of a sitcom. Mackenzie's young adulthood was marked by a struggle with addiction and depression, a battle waged in private. Far from the spotlight that had once embraced him, he struggled to carve his own identity, to escape the weight of expectation and the demons that haunted him. Then came a turning point, a serious car accident in the early 2000s. The scars left on his face served as a stark reminder of that moment, a physical manifestation of the internal turmoil he had endured. The accident, however, became a catalyst for change. It was a crossroads moment that forced him to confront his demons and rebuild his life. He found sobriety, a path that led him to a new sense of self and purpose. He married Jennifer Abbott, and while they have no children, they share their lives with numerous rescue animals, a family of their own choosing. He often speaks of the animals as his anchors, his constant companions during the darkest periods of his life. While he may not be starring in lead roles, Mackenzie continues to work consistently, appearing in smaller projects, lending his voice to animation, and running his own independent production company in Los Angeles. His life is a testament to resilience, a story of survival and a new beginning. Far removed from the bright lights of his early career, but rich in its own quiet triumphs. His net worth may be modest, but to Mackenzie, it represents a hard-won victory, a symbol of his journey from darkness to light. Blair Warner. The name itself conjures images of perfectly coiffed hair, designer clothes, and a sharp wit that could cut through the most awkward of situations. Lisa Whelchel. The actress who embodied Blair for all 201 episodes of The Facts of Life, became a teen icon in the 1980s. Her portrayal of the wealthy, sometimes spoiled, but ultimately lovable Blair cemented her place in television history. Born on May 29, 1963, in Littlefield, Texas, Lisa's journey to Eastland School began with an audition that would change her life forever. She was just 16, a young woman navigating the complexities of adolescence both on and off screen. Lisa's upbringing in a strict Christian household presented a fascinating contrast to the glamorous world of Hollywood. While Blair Warner thrived in the spotlight, Lisa often felt like an outsider in the glitzy world of television. There was a quiet sadness behind Blair's perfectly polished exterior, a vulnerability that only hinted at the challenges Lisa faced in her personal life. The transition from a devout Christian upbringing to the fast-paced, often superficial world of show business was a significant adjustment. She had to constantly manage the expectations placed upon her as a young, successful actress. Her marriage to Pastor Stephen Koppel in 1988 seemed to offer a haven from the whirlwind of her career. They had 3 children together, filling their lives with family joys. But even amidst family life, shadows lingered. Lisa later revealed her struggle with postpartum depression, a silent battle fought behind the scenes of her seemingly perfect life. After 23 years, the marriage ended in 2012, marking another significant turning point in her life. The end of The Facts of Life didn't mark a seamless transition for Lisa. Blair Warner's iconic image became both a blessing and a curse. Her distinctive look and personality made it difficult for her to break free from typecasting, limiting her opportunities in the years that followed. She turned her focus to writing and faith-based speaking engagements, finding solace and purpose in her Christian faith. But in 2024, a surprising controversy erupted when a former co-star hinted at Lisa's alleged attempts to block a reboot of the series. This unexpected drama reignited old discussions, surprising fans and raising questions about the behind-the-scenes dynamics of the show. Today, at 61, Lisa lives a quiet life in rural Texas, a far cry from the bustling world of Hollywood. Her estimated net worth of around $3 million, largely from syndication royalties and speaking engagements, speaks to her enduring connection to the show that made her famous. The past, once a burden, now follows her like a gentle shadow, no longer the source of pain it once was. She's found peace in her writing, her garden, and the simple joys of life outside the spotlight. Her story is a testament to the quiet strength and resilience it takes to navigate the complexities of fame and find peace in a life lived on your own terms. Nicholas Pryor, the man who embodied the stern yet ultimately loving David Warner, Blair's father on The Facts of Life, carried a quiet intensity both on and off screen. Born in London in 1934, his career spanned decades, but it wasn't always a smooth path to success. His early years in acting saw him navigating the complexities of the industry, building a steady career with a mix of stage and screen roles. He brought a certain gravitas to his performances, a depth that often belied the characters he played. When he joined the cast of The Facts of Life in 1982, Pryor was already a seasoned actor, but the role of David Warner provided a much-needed resurgence in his career. He was in his late 40s, and while he had enjoyed success, this role gave him a new platform and a new audience. His portrayal of Blair's demanding but ultimately caring father added another layer of complexity to the show, enriching the stories and adding depth to Blair's character arc. Pryor's performance was subtle, powerful, and perfectly nuanced, a testament to his skill and experience. However, behind the scenes, Pryor's life was far from the polished image he presented on screen. A painful divorce in the early 1980s, coupled with accusations of infidelity, left deep emotional scars. The strain on his relationship with his own daughter mirrored the complexities of his on-screen relationship with Blair, adding an interesting layer of personal resonance to his portrayal. Adding to his personal burdens, the suicide of his brother in the late 1970s cast a long shadow, a wound that never fully healed. He battled alcoholism, a struggle that threatened to derail his career, but he ultimately found his way back. He chose recovery, demonstrating a strength and resilience that mirrored the quiet strength of the characters he often played. "I wanted to be remembered for something other than my mistakes," he once said, a statement that speaks volumes about his determination to overcome adversity. After The Facts of Life, Pryor continued to work steadily, though he never again reached the heights of fame he experienced in his earlier years. He found peace in the quieter moments, in the reflection and contemplation that came with age. His later life was marked by a deep appreciation for the journey, for the roles that shaped him, and for the quiet moments of reflection. He passed away peacefully in 2023, leaving behind a legacy of strong performances and quiet dignity. Roger Perry, a name perhaps less familiar than some of his Facts of Life co-stars, brought a gentle charm to the series as Charles Parker. Appearing in only a handful of episodes, his character offered a breath of fresh air, a romantic interest that provided a lighter counterpoint to the often intense dynamics of the female-led ensemble. He wasn't a mainstay, but his presence was memorable, a testament to Perry's subtle yet effective acting style. Before Eastland School, Perry had already carved a niche for himself in the world of television, frequently appearing in popular shows of the 60s and 70s. He often portrayed the handsome, affable supporting character, the dependable friend, the charming colleague. These roles, while successful, perhaps limited his opportunities to showcase a wider range of his talents. His career, while prolific, wasn't defined by groundbreaking leading roles. He was a dependable presence on screen, a familiar face that audiences trusted. But behind the scenes, a more melancholic undertone played out. He'd been married to actress Jo and Worley, of Bewitched fame, but the marriage ended without children. Letters discovered after his passing reveal a deep longing for a family, a wish that remained unfulfilled. This personal yearning, perhaps, added another layer to his performances. He infused his characters with a quiet warmth, a gentle understanding that resonated with viewers. Even in the smaller roles, a sense of compassion and quiet strength shone through. After the Facts of Life, his career continued, but the roles remained largely similar. He often found himself cast as the friendly sidekick, the dependable best friend, roles that, while comfortable, might have felt limiting. This feeling of being boxed in, of not fully realizing his potential, likely contributed to a sense of quiet disappointment. In his later years, he lived a quiet life in Southern California, surrounded by the things he loved: jazz records, old books, and scripts of roles both played and unplayed. Roger Perry passed away in 2018 from prostate cancer at the age of 85. He died in that quiet house, with music in his ears and a lifetime of memories in his heart. A man who chose to live life at his own rhythm, both on and off screen. Rocco. The name conjures images of hardened mobsters, of steely gazes and gravelly voices. He was, after all, Mo Green in The Godfather. But on the Facts of Life, Rocco revealed a surprising vulnerability, a softer side rarely seen in his previous roles. As Joe's gruff but ultimately loving father, Charlie Polniak, he brought a surprising depth to the show. He wasn't just the stereotypical tough guy. Charlie was flawed, emotionally awkward, sometimes clumsy in his affections, but fiercely devoted to his daughter. This wasn't just acting. It was a glimpse into the man himself, a man grappling with his own demons and seeking redemption. Born on February 29, 1936, Rocco's early life was far from the Hollywood glamour he would later experience. Before he made it big, he navigated the shadowy corners of Boston's criminal underworld, a past he desperately tried to leave behind when he moved to California. He carved a successful acting career, but the ghosts of his past and the choices he made continued to haunt him. The sudden death of his wife, Sandra Elaine Caruso, left a gaping hole in his life, a wound that never fully healed. He was left to raise their 3 children alone, including his daughter Jennifer, who would also find success in acting. But their relationship was strained, marked by his stern demeanor and emotional distance. The father-daughter dynamic on The Facts of Life might have been a reflection of his own complex family life, a chance to explore the unspoken emotions he couldn't fully express in his personal relationships. On the set of The Facts of Life, Rocco sometimes felt like an outsider, a seasoned character actor amidst a cast who had grown into a close-knit family. He brought his experience and intensity to the role, but the lightheartedness of the show sometimes fell at odds with his own introspective nature. After The Facts of Life, he continued to work, finding success in voice acting. But Hollywood never truly embraced him as a leading man. Perhaps the shadows of his past, the life he tried so hard to outrun, prevented that full acceptance. The roles kept coming, but the spotlight never shone as brightly as it had in his earlier years. Rocco passed away on July 18, 2015, at the age of 79 after a battle with cancer. He died in his Studio City home, surrounded by film memorabilia and the vintage cars he loved. His portrayal of Charlie Palahniuk, however, remains a testament to his range, a quietly powerful symbol of a father's love. A love often expressed imperfectly, but always profoundly felt. He may have been a mobster on screen, but he was also a father, a man, and a complex soul. So there you have it. The stories of the women and men who brought the laughter, the tears, and the unforgettable characters of the facts of life to life. From the comforting presence of Edna Garrett to the rebellious spirit of Joe Palahniuk, each actor carried their own unique burdens and triumphs, both on and off screen. Their journeys, marked by moments of soaring success and devastating loss, remind us that even the most seemingly perfect lives are filled with complexities and contradictions. The common thread woven through their narratives is the resilience of the human spirit. They faced personal struggles, career setbacks, and the ever-present pressures of fame. Yet many found ways to overcome adversity, to rebuild their lives, and to leave their mark on the world. Some found solace in family, others in their faith, and still others in the quiet dignity of their own strength. Their stories are a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of self-discovery, and the enduring human capacity for hope. The Facts of Life continues to hold a special place in the hearts of millions. Its enduring legacy isn't just about the show itself. It's about the actors who poured their hearts and souls into their roles, shaping the memories of a generation. The show's impact extended far beyond the television screen, influencing how we viewed family, friendship, and the challenges of growing up. But what about these actors themselves, who achieved lasting fame beyond the confines of Eastland School, who found peace and fulfillment in quieter pursuits, away from the glare of the spotlight, and who faced personal battles that tested their strength and resilience? The answers to these questions, as we've seen, are as diverse and multifaceted as the actors themselves. Their lives, both on and off screen, are a reminder that behind every iconic character lies a complex and compelling human story. Fame can be fleeting, but the impact of a life well lived, even one marked by hardship, can echo for generations. So, what resonated most with you? Whose story touched your heart? Whose struggles did you find particularly inspiring? Let us know in the comments below. And remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from the world of entertainment. Until next time, thank you for watching.